Do you remember your first goal? Your first face-off? How about your first friend? Well, Brady and Chris Dashiell found all three under the same roof.
In our family room, we had 2 windows, and between the 2 windows, that was one goal. And then the sliding glass door was the other goal. And they would play lacrosse back and forth all the time, inside. Outside, they would build big areas where they'd have like a tarp and a net, and they would build a wall, and they were always trying to find a way, you know, to practice lacrosse.
And so it began. The backyard battle raged on from an early age.
Me and Chris always used to go at it and trying to make each other better. He's always trying to one-up me, and I'm always trying to one-up him, and that's just kind of how it went.
When I was younger, my Aunt Susan Maynard, she babysat me, so I had 3 older cousins, Kevin, Brandon, and Justin. They put the stick in my hand. I don't even remember the first time I had a stick in my hand. Before you know it, they had me throwing right and left-handed, and that's just kind of how it just progressed through the time, you know, sitting at like right before dinner, your mom was making dinner, and we're throwing the ball around, breaking stuff in the house. She's like, "No ball in the house, man, come on, settle down."
And after setting down the fiddlesticks they got as gifts from their Aunt Susan and Santa Claus, the boys were ready to hit the turf and play for their pops.
I coached them from like the U9, starting at the YMCA, and then it turned into the Salisbury Lacrosse Club, of course. And I coached them up into U13. I just worked on fundamentals, you know, with them, and kind of got them started.
I'd say the best time I ever played with my brother was when my dad coached us, just because we were all together all the time, and I just watched my brother progress in his playing style, and just he got better and better, and he always looked up to me, and I saw at some moments where my brother did some things that I never thought he could do, and it always makes you feel good as an older brother to see your younger brother succeed.
After turning heads in the Delmarva Youth Lacrosse Leagues, it was now time for the young guns to step up. Moving on to the same midi line at Parkside High School, the Dashiell duo was hard to stop.
Really simple to be on the same page, just because all the backyard practices and shooting after practice we did together just made it really, really easy for a good connection.
We do have pretty much the same style. I mean, we were coached by, to me, I think some of the best coaches around. And they really pushed us forward, and they taught us how to play the game.
Chris was a great player. He could get the ball at the ground quickly. He gave 100% in games. He gave 100% in practice. A real competitive kid. Brady, I knew Brady was going to come back to Salisbury. That kid can't be real far away from the beach. I saw him score a big goal. He looked over at me, and I gave him the old fist pump. Real proud of him. He's doing a nice job as a freshman.
They could really break a defensive down one-on-one and draw slide. Very good players that find an open guy, and unselfish players on the field, and they always gave 100%. They could go all game long and give you everything they had every game.
Which brother's better?
The Dashiell. The Dashiell brother. He's the best one.
For the lefty lookalikes, ripping corners was a rite of passage.
Always wanted to do well, and they would come here, to Salisbury University. They watch the cousins and the games, and they would come home and they would try to mimic, the plays and practice them in the yard, and then they would critique one another. And but I think that really helped them. Watching the older, kids play in the games and playing at the college level, and they actually pulled off a lot of the moves. It's fun.
But moving to opposite sidelines, well, that was another story. Growing up, the Dashiell brothers, they shared a lot of things. This Salisbury Lacrosse Club gym bag, the same bunk beds down at the beach in Ocean City. They even shared their very first goals right here on this field. Now, fast forward 15 years, and Brady is rocking the maroon and gold. And Chris is wearing the green and white. Both are getting ready for the biggest bro battle of their entire lives. Now, Brady's childhood dream is coming true.
always been a dream for me to come out here and do something for this team, especially when you see all my cousins coming out here like Kevin Maynard. Definitely making it special for me to get on the field.
And for Chris, it's fun to see his first mate make his mark at Seagull Stadium. But Wednesday night, he says you can throw the bromance out the window. On the field, it's all business.
It's going to be awesome, man, because I've never experienced this before. I'm very proud of my brother for making the team down there in Salisbury, but, I mean, it's going to be a battle.
The sounds from the backyard come alive again at Seagull Stadium. But the question is, will the friendly fire play a factor? Do you still have that competition? Are you still really competitive?
I mean, of course, it's going to be competitive, but me and my brother try not to look at it like that. You know, we're both proud of each other. We talk to each other almost after every game, and we're happy for each other.
Are you going to treat him like anybody else out there, or you just kind of like want to see him do well but still win?
Yeah, I'm going to want to see him do well, but I definitely want to win. I mean, if I get close to him, I'm definitely going to chirp at him a little bit, as older brother.
For Brady and Chris, the stakes have never been higher. But as always, the boys have one thing on their mind: winning.
When I come back and play against Salisbury, every time since I've been in college, I mean, it takes a toll on your body. You got your nerves jumping, you got your nerves going. But honestly, as soon as that whistle blows, it's just like right back into the game. You kind of almost forget about all of that, and it's just all about playing and all about winning, and that's all I want to do.
The most important part is just being aggressive, taking the rivalry in and actually putting it to work.
And as recent rivalry history writes, the last four hands have shuffled Salisbury's way. But the fifth, well, let's just say that the Seagulls will be ready for a full house. What color are you going to be wearing on Wednesday night?
Well, I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. I'm going to be a little neutral. I'm going to wear white, and I'm going to wear a white T-shirt with their name and number, one on each side. And I'm going to try to sit in the middle and cheer both of them on. And I just hope and pray that they have a good game and they don't leave anything on the field and nobody gets hurt, most importantly.
Salisbury versus Stevenson. Free state bragging rights up for grabs.
All right, let's go. Pick it up, boys. Let's go.
For SFMSports.net, I'm Christian Payne.